Good day, viewers. Where do you flop?
Where in the world are you watching from?
Good day, viewers. Walter here. I thought I'd do a little bit of a Pwalpar vlog today. Yesterday I did a vlog on where in the world are you, and I think I'll make a regular series of that. I've updated. We finished episode 1 last night. Today I updated and started episode 2. I've got 2 or 3 people listed on there. I've decided to start listing their websites if they're a YouTube creator, and it'll always be down in the video description for Walter's Maps, Walter's World. That's the name of the map, but that way I don't have to spend 3 days creating the episode. I just work on it a little bit each day. Eventually, when I get enough names on there, I'll update and present episode 2. Today I don't got a whole lot of video about it. It's turning cold. I know a lot of people out there worried about getting snowed in, but it's, see the temperature over there, it's down to 47 here, and it's supposed to be dropping. We didn't do nothing today. I went and got all the trash down to the landfill, and I'm just sitting here flopping after I've worked on my computer for a couple hours. You can spend more time sitting behind a computer than you would ever imagine when you're a YouTube creator. I grow roots over there. I sit there so long. Today I'm just flopping. Flopping on my easy chair. Where do you flop? Speaking of flopping, I'll tell you a little story. I was in the Navy boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. This is a little short one. Remember, I grew up in Florida, and I had never seen snow in my life until I got to Great Lakes, Illinois in December, which ain't far from Chicago. I had to stay there 3 months, I guess. It wasn't quite 3 months, but they held us over longer because they didn't have any backup companies, so we stayed longer before they pushed us out into the fleet. So, I mean, it was like 20 below zero there. We'd been there 2 or 3 weeks or whatever doing our training, and they said we could go on Liberty. Well, I went to the train station and rode down to a town called Waukegan, Illinois. And it was a pretty big little city. I come from a small town. Waukegan's got a lot of big buildings. It's like a downtown type area. I guess it's really like a suburb of Chicago or something. And I'm walking down the street with this other sailor. We got our fireman recruit. We got our seaman recruit stripes on. And it's our first time out in civilian life in uniform. Walking down this sidewalk. And this old bum come up to me. We didn't know where to go. We didn't know the town, so we just kind of walked around a little bit. This old bum come up to me and said, I want 50 cents for a flop. I need 50, maybe it wasn't 50 cents. I don't know how much it was. He wanted some money for a flop. And I said, Joe, what the hell is he talking about? A flop? How am I supposed to know what a flop is? And evidently Joe knew because he was from up in that area and he knew their lingo. A flop, that's a place to stay, he said. Oh, it's like a homeless shelter or something. He said they go in there and rent a little cot and they can sleep indoors and stay in out of the cold. Well, I had no idea what a flop was. I don't remember if I gave him any money or not. I never was keen on handing out handouts to people that didn't really deserve it, but I probably gave him something. I don't remember. I had a guy one time in, where was I? I think I was in Philadelphia. waiting for a trolley car. Trolley car comes along, I get it. Well, I'm waiting for the trolley car. And this guy asked me, he said, he needed a quarter for the trolley car. And I almost gave it to him, but I just didn't buy his tail. It had a little bell dinging on the trolley. It comes driving up, and it's like a little electric subway car, runs on its own little track. I don't even think they have them trolley cars anymore. I got up there and put a quarter in the driver's slot and went and sat down and looked back, and the bum was getting on. He was a beggar who had been out begging money all day. And he pulled out a roll of bills and a handful of change and stuck the bills back in his pocket and put a quarter in the slot. I said, "You lowlife, you had me feeling bad for you because you didn't have a quarter to get on this bus, but you were too cheap to pull one out of your pocket. You wanted me to pay your fare." I learned real quick not everybody needs your money when they ask for it. They just want you to keep them supplied money. Some of them beggars, I think, make more money than people that actually go out and work for a living. But anyway, that was my little discussion about a flop today. Where do you flop? I sit and flop and watch YouTube if I ain't flopping behind my desk looking for something to put on the computer. Put down there in the comment where you flop. I know better half will lay over there on that sofa and watch TV sometimes. He's upstairs right now. Some people flop on the couch. Some people got a rocking chair. Most of us big old lazy men got an easy chair. You get real comfortable. You just pull your feet up and lay back, and if you doze off, who cares? Speaking of which, I haven't heard from Jody. I haven't heard back from Jody. A couple of people have asked if I heard back from him. But I never did get a follow-up on Jody's condition. Hopefully he's doing all right. If you're listening, Jody, we still wish you well and hope you get out of that rehab real soon. So right now, I guess Jody's flopping in the hospital or a rehab center. Anyway, I hope you are doing all right, Jody. Not a big vlog today. I came in from checking the gas tank a while ago. We signed up with the gas company. Let's see. I might as well keep talking. About a month ago, we were almost run out of gas, and it was a cold spell popping on. I went out there to the gas tank and looked, and it was like 2%. We got a 250-gallon tank, and that was on Friday. We had to get all the way through the weekend. So we turned all the thermostats down to a lower temperature. Might have been more than 2%. It might have been 5%. I don't remember. It wasn't much. The tank was virtually close to zero. Called the gas company on Monday morning and said, "I'm in trouble. I'm down to no gas, and can you come bring me some gas?" Usually they'll make you wait 3 or 4 days. "How much gas you got in the tank?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't think we got enough to keep the pilot lights going around here. So I'll put you down." I had called, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was their first customer when they opened up on that Monday morning. "And we'll squeeze you in sometime today." I said, "Great, I appreciate it." And usually I get like 100 gallons. That stuff's pretty expensive, but I said, "Fill it up." So they came out here and put right at 250 gallons of gas in the tank. It was like $680 something. I don't remember how much it was. That's why I always get 100. You don't have to pay so much out at one time. They said, "You want me to put you down for automatic delivery?" And I thought about it, and I said, "Yeah." Well, I called her the other day with my debit card, and I said, "I'll make a payment." She brought up my account, and I paid her the $687. And I said, "By the way, while I got you on the phone, how do you know on when to come deliver my gas if you got me down for automatic delivery?" She said, "We figure you're about 70%. If you check and find out you're 20% or below, call us. But in the meantime, they'll stop every once in a while and just top my tank off if it's below 20% or getting close to it. I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, I just came in from the cold just before I started this video, looking at the tank. and she was right on the money. We were like 69%. She called it so close to 70%, it ain't funny. So I guess they know about how much a house will use per day, so their computer will tell you how much you got left in your tank, providing you're not one of these people that runs a heater all day. Anyway, I've done enough gabbing today. Comment to me, where do you flop? You just put down where you're viewing from, and I'll put that on my world map. You could say I flop in Tupelo, Mississippi. I'll put you down on my world map as being one of my viewers on Pwalpar channel. And if you're a creator, I'll put a link to your website. I don't know how many links I'm allowed to put in a table, but we're going to put them in my description below, as long as I can get away with it. It'll be different on each video. It'll be like episode 1, episode 2. I did 18 people on episode 1. Episode 2 is up to 3 or 4 people already. Not quite long enough to make a video. But it took me 3 days to do episode 1 of constant work. Now if I just work on it a little bit each day, it won't seem like such a long drawn out affair. Anyway, y'all stay warm. Don't get snowed in by the snow. If you do, I feel for you. That's Pwalpar saying, we'll catch y'all later.